Good evening. How are you? I hope you're well. So, I have a very exciting adventure coming up. We're getting the pickup ready to go to Moab, Utah. So, I really need to look it over. It's about an 8-hour drive from here at Cheyenne. And then, of course, you drive the trails and things. It's no fun if you have problems. So, I'm going to do all the things that need to be done to get ready to go to Moab. We're taking the mighty Dodge Rodeo Adventure Runnin rig, and it's just really everyday maintenance. A lot of it is careful look over things. So check everything under there. I'm going to roll around on that creeper with that flashlight and really look under there. I'm going to grease all the grease zerks, universal joints, tie rods. I bought an extra tube of grease. I use the red and tacky. What do you use? I don't know. That's what I use. And we're going to check tire pressures. We got a lot of chores to do. We're looking for anything that's wrong. So I'm going to start off with the tires and let's get to work. All right. These tires have a large range of pressure you can run them at. Air them way down. Oh, that's not. Come on now, give me a seal. There. 46. 46. I like it. I like it. Let's give it a bump. A back pressure. Okay. 46 a good number. I got spare valve stems and an air compressor. If I have tire troubles, I got a 12-volt air compressor so we ought to be good there. Valve stems and valve stem puller. I got extra everything, so that tire's good. Let's go hit all of them. All right. Okay, we're down under the truck now, and I was gonna grease all grease zerks in the front here. We'll start with the tie rods. I do all the own service work on stuff, wipe stuff off, and let's see here. I just got done replacing these tie rods, and I don't think they need much grease. Make sure there isn't dirt on the end of this thing. Wipe everything off good. All right. That's probably all right. There's 5 good grabs on that one. And these are new. There's a grease zerk up here on top. Ball joints. The ball joints are new. And I spent some money on those. All right. So the ball joints are brand new, front, upper, and lower. And the upper one has grease zerk. I pulled these axles out here when I put in the new ball joints, and some of the oil out of the differential ran down the tube and leaked a little bit while the axle was gone, because I raised and lowered stuff. So I got a little bit of a mess here. I suppose it still dripped out even after I wiped it off. So, but the level in the differential looks really good, so it didn't spill very much. Reach over the top here. I'm just going to give it about 5, because I just got done putting these in like 2 or 3 weeks ago here, and I just don't think we need a lot there. Okay, over here we got the track bar, and that's brand new track bar by Moog, and we'll give it just a little bump. 5. I'm just gonna give it 5. I'm not trying to. Okay. Over here, there's my Pitman arm, and that's all these shafts are brand new, including the tie rod that goes into the Pitman arm. And there's also a grease zerk here on the steering stabilizer bearing. Boy, it's got a lot of grease on it, so it looks like it's been hit good. But I'm just gonna keep hitting all these parts that have a grease zerk. And then, wait a minute, there's another grease zerk over here on my, right there on the stabilizer. The anti-sway bar end link has got a, so I'm gonna hit all these. And I'm not gonna show all of them to you, but those are what I'm doing on the front end for grease. All right. All right, we're going to move on back from the front end to the drive shaft. This rear drive shaft there's no carrier bearing, so there's one grease zerk at the slide yoke, and one at the differential in the back axle here. So I clean everything up, wipe it all off, because if you leave it dirty, my old boss when I was a kid, he told me you're just pushing all that dirt into your universal joint. So we're cleaning it up. I'll move this camera over a little bit for you. Maybe you can see better. But I suppose I overgrease things. I don't know. Make sure that universal joint is nice and tight. There. And that grease zerk just sticks on there. Yeah, it starts to pop and come out some of the joints there. All right. Yeah, it's not a very big area in there, so it doesn't take a lot of grease. You can see up in the tunnel here that the grease over the years where I've greased it has flown up. The excess grease has flown up and kind of splattered on the bottom of the tunnel. But we don't have a carrier bearing, so there's just one more universal joint at the very back, and then I have some universal joints in here that don't have a grease zerk. The front axle for the four-wheel drive, I replaced these, and I'm a little bit old school. I like grease zerks. I want to grease, and so the front ones haven't had nearly the use as these rear ones, so they were still real good shape, so I just left them alone. But these back ones had some wear in them, some looseness. I replaced them with greasable grease zerks. So it's up to you what you like to do, but let me know if you like the greaseless ones that are already sealed, or if you like to grease them yourself also. So I'm gonna move to the back one now. I did grease all of the grease zerks on the front end, and we did a lot of, but what I really want to do now is just go under there with a flashlight and just really take a lot of time laying there looking, see what I see, and let's go. We get down in there. There we go. Okay. I couldn't really show you all the things I greased because I had you know, grease gun is I have a two-handed grease gun, but I showed you already. That bar end link has the grease zerk, tie rod, ball joints, track rod. This is my Pitman arm. I greased that. I have a new shock absorber. This stabilizer shock on here is young, and I carried it over from the other parts. All of these bars are new. Track bar, drag link, tie rods are new. The ball joints are new. We measured everything real hard. Really spent a lot of time looking it over, measuring everything, and I did my wife and we did the front end alignment, and we got all done measuring, and it's all lined up. We did it ourselves. How about that? Over here, okay. So I want to look really hard at some parts here. That right there is the drive shaft comes out of the front end, the axle, and there's a universal joint there, and it goes out to the front wheel. I have one of those spare in the back. I changed these out I suppose a year and a half ago. I don't know. That don't mean they haven't gone bad, but I'm hoping they're still really good here. Yep. Well, I sure don't see anything. Going on there. You can see the new cotter pins in the ball joint up there. It's quite a bit of work. I was going to make a video, but it was a lot of work, and I don't know. I just focused in and did the work instead. Just really looking for, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Why is that way? I suppose when I had this off during the when I was putting the new ball joints in. I had the axle out and I had this hub off. I suppose I bumped that around when I was handling it. Okay. I replaced these a while back. They're not causing any problems. Brake lines. I've wondered about these track rods in here, whether I should replace them. But see that bushing looks like it's got a lot of cracking in it there. But I don't feel or see any looseness in it when I'm driving it. That don't mean it doesn't have any, but it feels good. I don't know. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, there's a universal joint right there. It does not have a grease zerk. It's, honestly, I should replace it. It's probably original to the pickup when it was new. Feels good. There's no looseness in the universal joint. It looks really good. I want to check the other side. Universal joint over there. Now this one, man, I had it out. It really dripped when I took the axle out. I had this side really low, and I pulled the whole axle out when I put in the anyway, it dripped a lot, and man, I don't know. That might be something that I'm going to have to replace, is that axle tube seal. But let's take a look at the take a look at the universal joint on the end of the axle. And I sure don't see or feel any looseness in that universal joint. It looks really good. The brake line, I replaced it at the same time. It looks really good. It's dry, no leaks. Brakes feel good. I had this apart about 3 weeks ago. The brake pads were good, torqued everything. You can see I still got some NICs on my fingers. It's still on the side of that yoke there. And I greased that that ball joint. I greased that tie rod right there. Hit that one. There's a bar link here too, a sway bar end link right there. You can just see the grease zerk. Greased all that. I've replaced the bushings in here a while back. I don't expect them to be bad already. There's no, I can see the bushing still good in there. Okay. You really need to look over your outfit before you go. Okay, here's the exhaust. I replaced the exhaust about a year ago, and crossover, everything from here back is new, and it was $850. I even put a new catalytic converter in there. It's right there. Replaced the transmission fluid back in July, and the pan is pretty dry. I'm noticing a little dampness on this oil pan. It looks like the oil pan gasket is sweating a little to me. Maybe a rear main seal too. I don't know. I mean, it's not horrible, but I hate oil leaks. So that's something to think about. Yeah, I'm not seeing any marks from exhaust leaks anywhere. So we're looking for anything. and everything. I've got a couple of vacuum lines up here that run the four-wheel drive. Right up there, those elbows are vacuum lines. Come down here and run this. And there's another breather line here. This is so that it keeps it up out of like the water if you happen to drive in water. This is your vacuum line tubes. So we're going to see if there's any cracks or they're loose or so. It's been working, so I'm just making sure it's not anything going on. These look good. These look good. And it goes into gear good. I haven't had any problems. I want that to work when I get to Moab for sure. Let's look at the control arms here. Yeah, that control arm, man, that bushing's got just a lot of age cracks in it and dry rot. I really need to make that a project in the future. We're leaving not too long from now, so I don't really have time to change them out right now, and they aren't a problem. There's no clunking in the front end. We're really looking hard. This is what you do. You know, it's no fun breaking down. You background yourself so that when you get there, everything goes good and you prepare. All right, that looks really good. Everything's dry back here. That oil leak's not bad. Okay. The transfer case is in two-wheel drive. This is the front end, so we can turn it. And there's more exhaust system to look at here. Man, that exhaust is still real nice. It should be. It's young. Okay, there's a double universal joint right there. Let's see what that's got going on. Well, there's no looseness in it. That's going to be driving the front end on the four-wheel drive. And boy, if there's some looseness, you just don't go. And that looks really good. That seal sweats a little there. Not bad. Not bad. I just changed this oil in this transfer case. The transmission end's there. And then the back part is the transfer case. And I just changed the oil in this transfer case. And some of what's there might be what I spilled around as I was changing it. But it's pretty dry. Okay. So that looks real good. The seal on the rear end, where we come out of the transfer case, is good. I've replaced it before, and I just got done greasing this. That's pretty tight. That's nice. Okay. Then there's no looseness in the universal joint. Exhaust joint is good. We just check it. Everything. The exhaust hangers. There's another exhaust joint here. Really good. There's a carbon canister there. I've had that off. There's a bunch of vacuum lines up around behind it. and I made sure that was good, and I'm confident it still is. The muffler's young, and it's not like tipped over onto the drive shaft or something. There's looking good. The welds are good. I didn't. Okay. And onto the back here. There's where the tailpipe hooks on. We're clear back underneath the box now, clear back by the back tires. I put new Bilstein shocks on here when I got back from Moab last fall. So the hangers look good. The exhaust isn't rubbing on the shocks or the things that can happen. Nothing's rubbing on the drive shaft. Things that happen. I want to see here. There's a. I expect to go through some water crossings in Moab. So I want to see. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, this is the breather line. It goes up over there, and it's up out of the way real good. And the shocks aren't rubbing on it on the spare tire. The exhaust isn't rubbing on nothing. Universal, the U-bolts are good. No broken springs. The U-bolts are all real good. There's nothing's falling apart under there. The spare's under here, and a lot of people don't like that. It's hard to get to. If you're at a flat and the tires are clear on the ground, then sometimes if you're stuck in, it's sometimes real hard to get can trap the spare underneath there, but that's where mine is. I just spotted something. I don't know. Oh, I guess that's okay. All right. I went through the brakes. They're drum brakes in the back, and I put all hardware in there. And you can see that's where that nail is that goes into the spring is in there, and another one is up there, and they've worked nice. They've worked nice. Okay, I wanted to really take a hard look at this universal joint, because they can really be a problem if they go bad. It's nice. Okay, I changed out the oil in this rear differential. I went through that rear differential, I think 4 years ago. All new bearings, ring gear, everything's spider gears, and no leaks. You'll see everything's dry, good. And I've put a lot of miles on it since then. We're checking our work. I'm gonna roll back up underneath the front, up under the motor, and look around some more. Because the last time I done that, I spotted some stuff that I had missed. Okay, this here puts This is a manual 4-wheel drive, and you put it in yourself. Now I want to check the linkage. Because I don't want to crawl under here. Yeah, that looks really good. There's a upstream O2 sensor. It ain't leaking anywhere. There'll be a downstream one back there. I changed out the starter. It's a Remy. That's a good one. Okay, let's take a look at our belts up here. Okay, the fan bearings are good and tight. Engine fan. Changed out that harmonic balancer a couple of videos back. If you go back and look, you can see that one. Changed out the power steering pump a while back. Things are dry. There's the steering box. I mean, it's got a little bit of oil on the outside of it. I don't know. Probably from, I don't think it's leaking any. Oh. That looks all right. I've got a steering stabilizer on here, and it's kind of neat. There's a bearing in the end of the steering box where the pitman arm hooks on, and then you add a brace in here, and another bearing and a shaft, a shank, and it bolts on over here underneath of your stabilizer, under the anti-sway bar, and over here underneath the anti-sway bar also. It drives great. This truck does. So there's those in-bar link. And that people do a lot of stuff with that. Oh, the water pump looks dry. And everything looks really good up under there. I put a new timing chain and gear in it a while back, so all these gaskets have been changed, and they're all dry. All right. The oil's young. I changed it probably a month ago. I checked the miles on it, but I know they're very low. I'll have to check for sure, but I don't expect to find anything there. Yeah. So it's pretty near full. It's in the safe. It's right up against, just a little bit down from very tip-top full. That's good. The coolant, it's right here, and you can see there's a full line, and it's right there. Maybe you can't, but it is. Okay. Brake fluid. Yeah, it's right there. The full mark. Okay, how about power steering fluid? Okay. Battery cables, they're really good. I love these leads, these ends that I bought. Those are nice. And I like my Optima battery. That's been a good deal. All right, I'm gonna just look around and, oh, I know what else I was gonna do. And I don't have any hoses fall down on the manifold, exhaust manifold. That looks good. Nothing's really loose to fall down. No. I replaced those valve cover gaskets in an earlier video. They don't leak. I hate oil leaks. They're doing real good. This one's clear. No spark plug wires have fallen down on the exhaust manifold. That's all good. Coil wire. Okay. Make sure they all go back there. Inside of that tube, nothing's rubbing. No unhooked hoses. Well, I'm looking hard for anything. I slipped the belt off, and I just wanted to set the belt down out of the way. If it'll get out of the way. Come on, don't be so on right there. And I wanted to check the pulleys. Okay, there's this is the belt tensioner pulley, and I replaced it recently. Let's check the alternator. Roll it. Oh, it's quiet. It's tight. There's another pulley back here that's a idler pulley. And it's nice and tight. Turn the water pump. I replaced it a while back. It is still tight and nice. There's a pulley idler on the air conditioner. Oh, it's good. The air conditioner works in here, so get to Moab. That's nice. Okay, power steering pump feels good. Those kind of things end your fun real quick. I was going to take a hard look at that belt. I've got a spare one under the seat. when I replaced this one, I put the old one under the seat. This is a Gates, and it looks real good. Yeah, it looks real good. Okay. That's critical. I have not checked the transmission fluid yet. Let me put the belt back on, and we'll do the transmission fluid next. Okay, this says to check the transmission fluid, and it's hot and idling in neutral, so it's kind of dangerous. You don't want it to roll away. You gotta watch it. Wow, it's right at full mark, perfect. Right on the money. Take a smell. Yeah. Real good. That's good news. All right. I had that belt off. Put it back on. Make sure it goes right. It is. Well, everything looks really good. I need to take it for a little test drive and the final look over on it. But this ought to be fun. Getting the outfit ready and backgrounding yourself is a big part of it. I was going to look over taillights and stuff like that, I guess. Let's take a peek here. Yes, sir. Yep. License plate lights are burning. The headlights look good. Oh yeah. Thank you. Okay. If you like her, she took some of my rodeo pictures and made me a back window screen. Isn't that cool? I think it is. I appreciate it. She also painted, my wife, she also painted based on one of my pictures. Isn't that cool? All right, mechanically I got the pickup worked on, and I'm back at the house. We've done a lot of work here to get ready to the pickup, been underneath and under the hood, and a lot of things are ready for our Moab trip. We've got our screen here that we can use for Onyx for our off-road mapping system. That's pretty neat. And I've got a GMRS radio with the mic. It's entry level, just handheld. Pretty neat though. My CB channel 19 for both the GMRS and the CB radio. My CB radio is like from 1978. I love it. That's a good radio. And I'm an old truck driver, so I'm always going to have a radio. We got our gloves and we've got a fire extinguisher down there. I've got a first aid kit in the back seat. We usually put our refrigerator and our kitchen tote and a cooler in the back seat. They fit nice in here. We've got tools and a few spare parts, some stuff to pull us out if we're stuck or something. There's a lot of goodies in here. Not as much as a lot of people might have, but we like what we have. And so over here is a thermometer. Are you an old reefer hauler? You got a produce thermometer in your outfit, maybe. And then we've worked on the back to get the inside ready so we can go camping in the topper. And I got a little light switch right here, right there, and that's pretty neat. We repainted the inside of the topper with the marine fiberglass paint. It turned out real nice. I always like to run a tarp. This seal back here on the door doesn't seal up 100% as well as the gap in the in-gate, and we run a tarp across the back third or back half, I guess, and keep the dust off. The dust usually it stays clean, and that works good for us. And we like to go camping, and this has got a nice mattress and it's very restful. Enjoy that. And we camp wherever we happen to be. A lot of times we camp you know, dispersed camping, and we're going to Moab. We got some campsites reserved already, and so we're very much looking forward to it. A lot of details. Well, anyway, enjoy all the trip, and I'm excited to go, and we're ready. So I hope that you're able to get backgrounded for your camping and your events, and get to go. Bye now.